As they say, 20's plenty. Let's all get off and bloody walk. Well, good morning. Saturday morning. I thought I'd get out before it gets too hot, because it's going to be hotter today than it has been all week. And I thought what we do is we go and have a look at, go on a bit of a water watch, see what's happening with the local water levels in the streams and rivers. Might pop out to the reservoir and have a look, just out of interest. Well, that one's looking all right. Well, that's the swimming pool there, so you'd assume there's some in there. So you would think if that one's flowing well without any issues, then surely the others must be. We shall have a look. Let's go out of the reservoir and have a look first. I was going to do this last night, but it was just oppressively warm. And this leather jacket is just too much for weather like this, really. So typically what I normally do is I order something at the most inopportune times. So I've ordered a Oxford wax jacket, a bit lighter, a bit more hopefully suited to the heat. So it's coming Monday now, and we got a week of scattered showers and 20-degree temperatures, so bravo, bravo. Well done me. Could have done with it this week. Oh well. If Greta Thunberg's right, I'll get plenty of use out of it next year. Well, Derek's bike, it's Solo Moto UK, is looking absolutely fantastic. And it sounds amazing, to be fair, doesn't it? With those new pipes on it. You must have spent a small fortune on that by now. But worth it. He said he's not keen on the pannier supports, which they do look a bit weird. Maybe you ought to check out Hepco and Becker. do a system called the SIBO, which is quite unobtrusive really. Let's stick this down a minute. And hopefully the mic hasn't got stuck outside this time. I've done 2 videos so far. Both times I've put the flip lid down and the mic's got stuck outside. So they're in the bin. Yes, Derek, check out Hepco and Becker's SIBO system. There's loads of different bags you can fit to it. It usually comes in a chrome or black option. Quite unobtrusive really. And you can lock the bags on pretty quick. That's what I had on the Gutsy. Very good. Ooh, let's not die in front of a lorry. That would have been a quick vlog, wouldn't it? So yeah, I might at some point get the SIBOs for this. But I'm actually quite happy with the Givy or Givy, whatever you want to pronounce them as, throw over bags. I can get a bit more in them than I did the previous ones I had. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, it's the sun. So yeah, give that a go, Derek. Ian Hughes's trip to the Royal Enfield dealer was quite nice. Some cracking bikes there, some real classics. And everybody's friend, the all-year motorcyclist, is churning them out. I don't know how he does it. But he's trying to confuse us all. He did his Friday mutter on Thursday evening after Stonham Barns, and then he did his Thursday night Stonham Barn video Saturday morning. I had to look at my watch. But yeah, there was some cracking bikes up at Stonham Barns as well. And I did spot a little RGV 250, I'm sure of it, in white. Right. Okay, now this is low, as you'd expect, in the midst of a drought. Yeah, it is very low. We'll get off and have a look, I think. Go and see what we can see. Don't think I'll be needing that. Oh well, the ducks are enjoying it.
But you can see how low it is. That's a lot of water gone, isn't it? I mean, hopefully we'll get some rain next week, but is that a heron there? I have to say I really don't know my birds. Ducks. That's about it. But ducks are the best birds anyway. I don't know how people can eat the poor little things. hopefully I've sorted the Scott oiler problem out. I mean, whoever fitted it put it in the wrong place in the first place, because the dispensing nib is supposed to be up against the rear sprocket, and they tell you explicitly not to put the nib anywhere in between two sprockets, just dripping oil onto the chain, and that's exactly what they've done here, although they put it a bit nearer the front sprocket than halfway along. And it was set to maximum flow, so it was just pouring oil out to the point I thought I had an engine oil leak, which wouldn't have surprised me. I mean, but yeah, there was a few spots of oil on the floor after I parked it up, and I looked underneath, and the bottom side of the engine was just wet with oil. Pretty obvious it was the blue chain oil. But of course, while it's been running like that, it's splashed all over the left-hand exhaust silencer. So now I've got to try and get all that baked on oil off. Still something to do when it's 35 degrees outside. So we might nip out to Mudford and see how the river's doing out there. Down. He wasn't scared, was he? T-shirt. But then I'm fairly ambivalent towards gearing up and not gearing up. Yeah, if you come off, it's going to hurt more. Maybe ride a bit more carefully, be a bit more mindful of what you're doing. And if someone else takes you out, well, God knows, anything can happen no matter what you're wearing. I mean, when I started riding, I didn't have motorcycle jeans. I didn't have a proper motorcycle jacket. I just had an old leather jacket. That was it. That was a hand-me-down from my brother. It was one of those sort of mid to late 80s ones with a big wide neck. It would have done bugger all in a crash. I didn't have motorcycle boots or trainers. Granted, it's on a 50cc motorbike. But I'll tell you what, gravel rash at 30 mile an hour is no fun. When I had that DT50, I was giving a towie to
to a good friend of mine. He was on his push bike, on his mountain bike, and I was towing him up the hill on my motorbike. And they very recently resurfaced the road, and it was those loose chippings that the cars drive into the soft tarmac. Yeah, and he crashed. He had shorts and t-shirt on, and that made a bit of a mess. He was in bloody agony after that. What have we got here? Listen to that beauty.
But yeah, the moral of that story is, if you're going to do stupid things, expect to pay stupid prices. And don't moan about it. I mean, it's not like me to moan about anything. I mean, I'm not moaning about 20 mile an hour here at all. As they say, 20's plenty. Let's all get off and bloody walk. Doesn't look too bad, does it? It's not particularly fast flowing, but you wouldn't expect it to be. Some sheeps is over there. Handsome little devil, isn't he? Gears do help. Does anybody else find this? That there's no traffic until you want to pull out of a junction or get to a pinch point, and it's as if somebody somewhere has just loaded in a stream of traffic for you. Just for you. There's nothing behind me now. Good old Bernie, spit them out. See if we can do something for saddlebags and Ainsworth Rider. Okay, we're up and running again. After that quick battery change. Talking of batteries, don't believe what the aftermarket non-branded batteries say. They're not very good. The two, I think they're called Telsin ones I got for this. Supposedly the same as the standard battery, but they only last half as long. Much cheaper, yeah, but changing batteries all the time is a pain. Go on, burn. See, the road looks wet there, but it's not. That's, I'd imagine, due to the heat. See, this is perfect. The sun is shining, it's warm, but the air is still cool enough. Cruising along. Ham Hill Country Park. Or just Ham Hill. Old Iron Age fort. No gate, but what a view. Beautiful, isn't it? Still a bit of green about.